dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you, don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good start offensively, 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Let's go.
On first down, Rodgers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Jerry Hughes in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Rodgers to throw on second down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
To throw is Rodgers. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers fighting his tight end Graham. Packer first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Rodgers now on first down. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves him at 3rd and 1. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
That's fine now.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably twirling on the head.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Jerry Hughes in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flush to his right, letting one go deep for the end zone. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Yeah, I'm playing Fox right Fox right now, Blitz, yeah. So, surprised you're not asleep.
No, I got my apple juice bottle right here. Y'all think I'll be joking, I'll be serious.
So yeah, what you think about pre-recording a podcast?
We thought about doing that before, but at the same time also understand that like pre-recording the podcast doesn't allow the people who are watching to speak on what they hear. Because Mitchell had made that idea before. And I like the idea because it'll be more professional and we ain't got to worry about nobody cutting it off. And it's more real because, I mean, that's what a podcast is. I mean, that would make more sense. I'm just making the argument of like understanding we doing that it's the same thing as those highlights of like, it's not nothing live, so people just gonna watch and skip them or whatever, whatever, rather than tune in while it's live. I mean, we can try it out, but I just don't think it'll be as many views because I think people love the live experience where they can reply with what you're saying and then you can respond to them. Because I understand that a lot of them do pre-recorded podcasts, from what I hear.
The reason why I said that because first off, we got people that we definitely need to thank. That's number one. You know, all the people that help, you know, sort of like, I don't want to say sponsorships, but at the same time, you know, it's kind of like it.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I feel like when it's that could give me a chance to edit it. That maybe we can add, delete to, you know, how we feel is best.
Yeah.
What else I was thinking?
I mean, it definitely gives a more professional environment because then you don't have to worry about like people disturbing or talking about 2K or when we go off topic. You know, like, I agree on that aspect. My argument is like, do you think as many people will tune in and watch the podcast if it's not live? Because you do have a lot of people who will be like, all right, I'm about to watch the podcast. But I'm saying, like, do we include, because I know a lot of leagues pre-record theirs, but do we include you can give them a raw one, which is what we do now. We just go live and do it. The question is, because can you have a consistent amount of people every podcast doing it, and how would you record it? How would you re-record it?
I know on a PS4 you can when you hit the share button, the same way you save video clips and stuff, you can record it that way.
15 minutes.
Hmm?
I thought it was up to 15 minutes.
No, we have it's 60-minute ones. The one I use is 60 minutes. So like even when I make highlight clips on the PS4, it's 60 minutes. So I got to go through the whole 60 minutes or whatever the case.
My argument is that podcasts need to be 60 minutes max, if that, because it needs to stop going over the hour, because that makes people boring. Really, I think the podcast should be a good 30 minutes, and I know it may seem short, but I think the podcast should be a good 30 minutes. That'll make people want to watch. Nobody want to watch an hour and a half or hour podcast. That's not happening.
And you see,
laying outlines of what we're gonna do. No tea, no shade to people who join, but there are a lot of people who join, and I'm like, if you gonna come in here and
they're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out. After the 4-yard completion. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And Tate's got it. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The whole people celebrating. The guys who just gave up that play.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring them back up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4.
But I told him I expect him to participate in it as well. I'll be like, the little things we have to understand. We could hear
from the gun, it's Rodgers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. able to avoid him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. Two times have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to
My thing is, the thing with the podcast, I think it's all good, like how, you know, the participation and everything. But I'm looking at it from week to week, and it's the same thing. Not the topics or whatever the case like that. Not the people involved in the podcast, but, you know, the same people participate and the same people, you know, who actually supporting it.
On second down, here's Stafford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Shedding the tackle, that gives him some room. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
To throw on second down, Stafford. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to sit, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Now a first down throw. Stafford. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now a carry for Blount. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Stafford.
Yeah.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They snap it to Stafford. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
in a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well. They weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it, because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. Being chased out left. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him, they've sacked back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing is Stafford. Dancing to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And now look at him go. The 40, 30, the 20. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining.
I asked the dude. He said Madden Radio. He said that's his league that he that's on Madden Radio. But I see what, yeah, I see what you're saying though. The thing is, as far as a podcast standpoint, what I'm not happy with is the participation. Like, it's really, yeah.
Stafford now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability.
Right, definitely. They're the one who kind of promoted us, so I'm definitely gonna jump on all their podcasts. They helped us out on Twitter.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Stafford.
I agree.
It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stafford.
Oh, I hate Madden.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Stafford looks to throw again. Now he's forced down left. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted.
would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is
He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for his 5th.
JD, I'm sure he knows it. Like, I'm sure the only one that actually tunes in from blitz is Dez, and like, Dez tunes in to see what we gotta say about him. And I think I just genuinely supports.
Fuck, my line is terrible.
I thought that clock had to go on. It should at least be 25 times. You know, it's 12 games.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down.
Fuck.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander the 3rd down coming up.
no, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Going back to Macklin. This time he's got it complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They're having a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going,
It definitely, Madden 19 podcast definitely been have taken off and everything like that. It just what's been working this year, not even just the podcast, from a general standpoint. It's just what I did this year. I stopped giving everyone options. I stopped letting them, last year I let most people dictate. I gave them more of an opinion on how to lead, what they want basically. But what I understand, now that I've come to understanding, the users don't really know what they want. It depends on how they feel at that time, which sucks. Like if a user is mad, then they'll be like, oh, well, we need accelerated clock more, so, we have a chance to catch up. If a user is happy, then they'll be like, oh, all right, the accelerated clock is good. It's stuff like that. If no one's getting hurt, they don't care about the injuries. If everybody getting hurt, they care about the injuries. So when you give people an option, it depends on how they feel. And I think when we need to just make a decision on a podcast and just stick to that decision, like whatever it is, it don't matter what it is, whether it's pre-recorded, recorded, whether we pick what we're going to talk about or talk about in the chat.
Stafford on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And on the left side here, Wilson. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when
Right.
you drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Stafford looking to throw.
Oh, nice move.
It's brought in left side by Tate. Detroit. Golden Tate, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to disaster on third. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, they had to feel that they would come back and try it on fourth down.
Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where you're
We need to definitely, like, before the podcast, I know we went over this already, like, previously, but we definitely got to let people know when the podcast start, like, nothing else, like, and when we say nothing else, we mean, like, nothing like, you know, like the 2K talk or nothing like the, oh, I can't believe that just happened. None of that stuff. Like, we really can't. If we want to make it like the best pockets we can be, like you said, the little stuff definitely matter. Because, like, people don't want to hear, oh, wow, this thing just happened. Oh, I mean, like you said, when someone's not talking, turn the mic off. Because people be sleeping on the mic, and, you know, like I said, like the people, even though I do agree that the people, they take it for granted by not watching, but like you said, the people that's in a podcast, they kind of take it for granted too. It's one thing to be in a podcast, and it's one thing to being here, just to being here. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely got to find a way to eliminate that.
Inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Rodgers now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. That is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Randall Cobb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2.
Yeah.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
One thing though we should do, I was watching First Take, and I know there's nothing like this, but I was watching First Take, and they have, well, most radios or, you know, TV stuff, they have a clock basically. You know, they get the topics, and everything got a certain amount of time they could, you know, you could talk about it, and then that's it. We definitely should, definitely, even if it's not pre-recorded, we definitely should add that. Just put a time limit on what we're going to talk about, you know. That definitely will help, because, you know, it keeps us from, wow. Right. I agree. Keith offered me a trade, a 87 overall and a 98 overall for his 78 and 86 overall. I DM'd him like, yo, honestly, is that even fair, bro? Like, it's not even a fair trade, but I hear what you're saying. We definitely, what I would say, we need to stop. We definitely need to appreciate everybody that's actually in the league, because one thing we can say, the league is active. That's no question. And we need to definitely always start by thanking the users, like basically on, you know, the part they don't like. We don't have to do the podcast. They don't have to be in the league. You know, at the same time, they could be doing other things in other leagues and they with us. So we definitely got to show appreciation. And damn, I can't talk today to that. Oh, come on with the BS. That was fucking bull. They just throwing it. But I definitely see what you're saying, yeah. Let's make it to where it's less controversy, but you know, like still entertaining. Like everything, it don't always have to be shots fired to be a good podcast, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not what it always have to be. You know, it don't always have to be, all right, Ben and, you know, Dez is beefing, so let's see what they not. It don't have to be like that. It definitely. Right. Right, what? If y'all don't care if I ask, what? When y'all see like First Take or the other show with Shannon Sharp, Undisputed, what makes y'all keep watching it? Like what y'all look for that make y'all keep watching it? All right, and you know what really make me keep watching these shows? I'm gonna be honest, like you said, the different opinions on it, and there's always that one person. You know, they got that one person who don't know much about sports. That's like there just to diffuse the fire. You know, like on First Take, they got that chick there, Stephen A. and Max be going at it, and then she be like, "All right, we got to go to the next topic," stuff like that. We definitely need that. Like. Let me do that. Let me do that because you know I know it's also sad to say because I'm a commissioner. A lot of the controversy for some reason always start with me. I don't know why. Not really start with me, but like I feel. But I'm not really worried about Blitz because like I honestly have a genuine like for Blitz. Like Blitz, I respect their league. They got a real cool league. Like they league, you know, is gonna. They league is good, is active. I don't care how many people in there, you know, really say, "Oh, Ben, you this, Ben, you cheese," or "Ben, don't talk to me," or "Ben, I come to Coney Island and I smack you." Whatever you know they be saying. It don't bother me because I know Ike, Phil, they cool people. They support my league and everything, and there's never no problems with them. There's always like a genuine, like Phil hit me up today and PM. He could have wrote in chat, but he PM me was like, "Yo, you know, you have Vans, but the injuries were still on." I mean, the injuries are still off right now. So like stuff like that is real cool. Like they real cool people. So Blitz is not a league that I would ever feel like, you know, oh, I'm people bothering me, I gotta leave or whatever the case is. It's not like that with Blitz. They cool. It's like even it's just in my league, a lot of they feed off my energy. So if I jump in there and I'm like, yo, I'm the best, I'm undefeated, I won all these Super Bowls, nobody can stop me, then everybody feeding off that, which is not cool. I ain't gonna front, that's not cool. That's really not cool. So
an online game in franchise mode.
I definitely want to be that person to just kind of neutralize the podcast, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of just all right, all y'all on this topic, let's just switch topics over the case. Instead of being involved to the point where like it's arguing or whatever the case is, just be the person to more of neutralize the situation and just switch topics and stuff. I'll let, because I know you and GY hosting, y'all can say the topics, whatever the case is. I'll get, you know, my words in, but I'll be the one to kind of, you know, separate the arguing and everything like that. You know, I think that definitely would be good. Yeah, we definitely got to get the topics tomorrow. All right. Smoke session. blitz. I'm playing Fox right now. He don't suck. I'm just nasty in this boy. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Give me that shit. Fox like to do these kind of back shoulders type of throws. I guess they in this game. But like he throw it and like my guy be there, but since I'm in front of the man, they don't let me get it. I got 6 interceptions though. He got mad sacks though, I ain't even gonna lie.
Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Rodgers looking to throw. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. A little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. And a timeout here. Timeout taken. Whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet. Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface. No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football.
Huh? Oh, the letter?
Throwing on 1st down. Touchdown.
Nice.
Jimmy Graham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are holding it on. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on
I want what it's saying.
yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it?
Let me see. You sure you're connected to the right internet? I had that problem before when you dropped the thing and we thought it broke. Ever since then, I was having trouble, but I had to reconnect to it. Hold on, be back. I got 36 seconds left in my game. I'll help you. I'm about to lose. 36 seconds left. I'm up 30.
Detroit getting set to go now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. that's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions. We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go, bro, crew love.
You already know, Chris. Shout out to you, bro. Crew is in the building, man. You know, I don't know. You know, I stay repping hard, Chris.
Taking out the trash.
All day, bro. Trash is out, dog. 30-point win. That's for my crew. You know how we do.